I don't know what I'm about to say, if it's any consolation. I have so many thoughts in my head right now that I don't know if I'm going to be able to speak clearly about it, if it's any consolation to you. So, Dunkirk was hands down one of my most anticipated movies of this year because I love war movies, especially great ones, and I'm a massive fan of Christopher Nolan. I mean, the man needs no introduction. He's directed so many of my favorite movies that it's not even funny. So that being said, call me a Nolan fanboy in the comments below, but brace yourselves for one of the most positive reviews I've ever given any film ever. What's up guys, I'm jacobtsuggs and welcome back to another review. And today I'm going to be talking about Dunkirk, the new war film from the minds of Christopher Nolan, and that's just enough. That being said, I figured that I would like Dunkirk a lot walking into the film. What I didn't figure is that after the film, this would be one of my favorite movies ever made. I'm not joking. This is up there with The Empire Strikes Back, which is my favorite movie of all time. This is one of the best movies I've seen in my entire life. And I can't believe I'm saying that, because this film blew me away on literally every single level. I went with my friend Carson, and after the movie ended, we just sat there, and then we got up and walked to my car and sat in my car and didn't say a single word to one another whatsoever. Because we were both in shock and in awe of how incredible this movie was. This is what I fear. I fear that people are going to walk out of this movie saying that this movie has a character problem. This film is not about one singular character, it's rather about a group of people at the same place and time during a battle in World War II. So we do get connected to different characters, but we're not hooked on one singular character throughout the course of the film. Now, sometimes that spells trouble because you have side plots and the main plot and different characters and motivations, and all of that kind of becomes convoluted, but this isn't the case. The editing in this film is fantastic, and the characters are so well that they don't even have to say dialogue for you to get attached to them. And then again, that goes for the entire film because this is almost a silent film. Actions speak louder than words, and that's perfectly demonstrated in this movie. It's the events that happen around the people at the same place and time that matter and affect us as an audience because we're watching all of this from different perspectives and angles and just this massive battle's going on, but we're seeing it through different people's eyes. And that's really awesome for me, and I haven't seen a war movie like that in quite some time. I just have to bring it up. I know that there are a lot of teenage girls that are gonna go see this movie solely because Harry Styles from One Direction is in this movie. And like I said, keep in mind, this is not about one singular character. And Harry Styles, although he's great in the movie, and I can't believe I'm saying that, Harry Styles is barely in this movie. He's in it, and he's in it just enough, and he definitely makes a lasting impression. But like I said, and keep in mind, this is not about one singular character. And I'm not trying to single out anybody here. I don't mean to stereotype you if you're a teenage girl and don't want to see it because Harry Styles is in it, or want to see it because it's just a war movie and you have good taste in cinema. And if you want to see it for him in the movie, that's absolutely fine, because if you go in just for Harry Styles, you're gonna walk out with so much more. This film will stay with me forever. It's one of the best films I've ever seen, and literally everything about it was perfect. I know that I've been saying this film's a masterpiece, and I've been throwing that word a lot, and it feels like I'm overusing it by this point because I've seen so many great films that I've loved this year, but I'm not joking. This movie is a masterpiece. I was thinking about it on the way home, and I have no negatives for this movie whatsoever. But let's talk about the editing, because I brought it up earlier, and I feel like I need to bring it up again, solely for the fact of how great it is. Everything matters in this movie. Every sound, every gunshot, yell, scream, explosion. It impacts the character just as much as it impacts you. And that is probably one of the biggest positives I can say. I haven't seen sound editing this good since last year's 10 Cloverfield Lane, which completely blew me away and should have won sound editing if you're asking me. I'm looking at you, Academy. But it isn't just the sound editing and editing in general, it's also Christopher Nolan's cinematography and the colors in this movie that make it stand out as well. The cinematography is phenomenal. There's so many great shots in this movie that are planted in my head and will never leave it because they're that great. And like I said, the colors in this film are used really well. If it's focused on the citizens on the boats coming into Dunkirk, it's more lighthearted, but if it's focused on the soldiers, it's more blue and harsh, and the contrast is more present. And Christopher Nolan is a very visual director, and he's a fantastic storyteller, and literally, he does it yet again with Dunkirk. I am so happy that I'm telling you this, because I can't believe I'm about to say this. This might be my favorite Christopher Nolan movie. Is it better than The Dark Knight? Well, that's comparing apples to oranges, but if you're asking me, it's very close, if not better. This movie was an absolute... I'm getting hoarse just talking about it because I'm talking about it so much. This movie was an absolute triumph. And everything about it was just brilliant and borderline perfect. You know what? No, scratch that. This movie was perfect. No ifs, ands, or buts. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. That being said, I did see this with my friend Carson, so he's sitting over there right now and has been patient and listening to my thoughts, but I thought it would be cool if he could come and share his thoughts with you guys as well, because he also saw the movie too. So that being said, I'm going to bring Carson up now and let you hear his thoughts.
Hey guys, my name is Carson Munn. If you don't know me, it's because I'm new to the channel. The important part is the crowds that you see in this movie are a character in their own. As a mass, I care about all of them. Even if every single character isn't that incredibly important, or we don't learn that much about them as a singular character, that mass is what we care about, and that's what Chris Nolan uses to make this an incredibly stressful film. The color used in this film is fantastic. There are so many blues, but we do see other things too, and it all works together to make this very vibrant film, which surprised me going into it. I thought from the trailers that it would be very murky and gray, and even though it still has character like all of Chris Nolan's films. I might even say this is one of his best looking films, maybe right under Interstellar. All in all, I would say this is maybe Chris Nolan's best film to date, and probably my favorite of this year. Go see it, or
don't.
Or don't.
But you should, you know, whatever.
Go see it or drown.
So what did you guys think of Dunkirk? Did you love it? Did you not love it? If so, how? That being said, let me know down in the comments below. And as always, I'm FrameByFrame. Remember the name. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys. Go see Dunkirk. You won't regret it.